Good morning. Myself Amreshwar Walia, and the topic that I will be explaining in this PowerPoint presentation is analysis of combinational circuits. So let's begin. The combinational circuits fall under the category of the digital circuits, and there are broadly two types of digital circuits, that is the combinational circuits and the sequential circuits. So now let's begin with what combinational circuits are. Combinational circuits, first of all, is nothing but where the output is the function of inputs only. As you can see in the diagram, there are n inputs of the combinational circuits and we have m outputs. If we have n inputs, the m outputs will depend on the present inputs only, but not on the previous inputs. That is, mathematically, the output of the combinational circuits depend only on the present inputs, whereas in sequential circuits, the output depends on the present input as well as on the past outputs. These past outputs are stored in the feedback. Since the in combinational circuits, there is no need to store the outputs, past outputs, so there is no feedback present in combinational circuits. As I mentioned in the last line, no feedback is passed in case of combinational circuits. Let us now consider some examples of the combinational circuits. First, we have adders and subtractors, or binary adder or subtractor. Second, we have decoders which decode input to the output. Thirdly, we have multiplexers. Fourthly, there are code converters which convert one code to the another code, like binary BCD is converted to the gray code. Comparators which compare two or more input combinations. We have ROM, that is read-only memory. We have PLA, that is programmable logic array, and then we have PAL, that is programmable array logic. These are some of the examples of the combinational circuits. Now let us do the analysis of the combinational circuits. That is the main topic that I have to explain in this PowerPoint presentation. Generally, we are given with the required function and then we design its logic diagram of the circuit. But while doing the analysis, we do the opposite of it. In this, we are given the logic diagram in hand. The logic diagram is given to us first, and then we find the required function. The circuit will be given to us, and we have to identify how the circuit functions. Now let us see this slide. The design of the combinational circuit starts from the verbal specifications. That is, firstly, we are not given the diagram when we are preparing the design of a required function and culminates with the set of output Boolean functions or a logic diagram. And then we find the Boolean functions or a logic diagram. But as I said, the analysis of the combinational circuit is somewhat the reverse process. We do not do the same as we do in the design. It starts with a given logic diagram and culminates with a set of Boolean functions, a truth table, or a verbal explanation of the circuit operation. Like I said, that the logic diagram will be given to us, and then we culminate with the Boolean functions or the truth table. In order to perform the analysis procedure, we have to do the following four steps I mentioned in this PowerPoint presentation. Step 1 is we label all the gates of the output which are the function of the input variables. In step 2, we find the Boolean function for each labeled gates from input to the output gates. In step 3, we repeat the step 2 until the outputs of the circuits are obtained. And in step 4, by repeated substitution of the primarily defined functions, we obtain the Boolean function in terms of the input variables. These steps will be more clear when we discuss the example in the next slide. Let us now apply the above four steps mentioned in the previous slide. In this example, we are given this circuit and we have to find the functionality of this circuit. We have three inputs, that is the ABC, and we have several logic gates given to us. We have to find the outputs level by level. There are five levels in this case. This is the first level, second level, third level, fourth level, and the fifth level. We begin from left side and move towards the right, and we find the output of each level. Now, finding the output of the first level, we get, after passing ABC through the AND gate, we get ABC, and after passing ABC through the OR gate, we get A plus B plus C, and similarly AB, AC, and BC. Now we find the output of the second level gate, that is this level. After passing these through the OR gate, we get the second level output as AB plus AC plus BC. Now we get the third level outputs of the gate, and this is as AB plus AC plus BC's whole bar, which is A bar plus B bar, A bar plus C bar, and B bar plus C bar. and then we get the fourth level output of the logic gate, and that is after passing this through the AND gate, we get it as this A B bar C bar plus A bar B C bar plus A bar B bar C. And finally we do the fifth level logic gate output, and we get it as this. Finally we have the results of F1 and F2. F1 is A B bar C bar plus A bar B C bar plus A bar B bar C plus ABC, and F2 as AB plus AC plus BC. This is nothing but the functionality of the full adder, as we can see carry and we can see as the sum. Now the same example will be discussed with a different approach. Now the approach we are following is truth table approach. So the truth table approach is being followed now. We form a truth table with ABCs as the inputs. We are going to get F1 and F2 in terms of 0 and 1 with ABC as the three variables, and we will get 8 combinations from 0 to 7, and we find the F1 and F2 while we place A as 0, B as 0 and C as 0. Then we find the first level outputs of the logic gates. As you can see in the slide, it is 0 0 0 and 0. Now second level is 0, and third level becomes 1 0 and 0. So we get F1 as 0 and we get F2 as 0. See over here. And now we will change the values of A, B as 0 and C as 1. So the first level becomes 0 1 0 0, second level becomes 0, third level becomes 1 and 1 and 1. Similarly, we get F1 and F2 as 1 and 0. Now we fill this table uh, by different values of A, B and C's, since there are 8 possibilities from 0 to 7. Let us wait for this table to get filled. So finally we have all the values of F1 and F2. Now we are supposed to get the expressions using the K-maps, or directly we can get them. But here we are using K-maps. Now F1 is expressed as the sum of minterms. We get from this by solving this K-map, we can express in the sum of the minterms. The F1 is A B bar C bar plus A bar B C bar plus A bar B bar C plus ABC. Now F2 can also be summed by producing it in terms of its minterms. Now F2 we get AB plus AC plus BC. These expressions are nothing but the sum and carry expressions of the full adder. See, as you can see, the circuit behaves as full adder. Now let us summarize what we did and discussed in this PowerPoint presentation. Firstly, we discussed the digital circuits and the types of digital circuits, that is the combinational circuits and the sequential circuits. Secondly, we described what combinational circuits are in detail, and then we learned some examples of the combinational circuits. Thirdly, we discussed how analysis is different from the analysis what we do while designing the logic circuits. It is completely opposite of it, and we gave the steps of how to analyze the circuit of combinational circuit. We analyzed the combinational circuit in two methods. The first method was the Boolean expression approach, and the second method was the truth table approach. We gave an example and solved it completely in this PowerPoint presentation. Thank you.